Welcome, everyone. Greetings from the universe. We welcome you to our show, Celestra's Wisdom, with Shelley Celestra and me, your host, Ishana Sophia. On this program, Shelley Celestra brings you new tools for healing. We're coming to you from beautiful northern New Mexico. Thank you for listening today. Today's date is April 18th, 2017. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our featured teacher, Shelley Celestra. Through her constant communication with Source/Prime Creator, divine beings, and extraterrestrials, Shelley Celestra has the unique ability to bring forth powerful wisdom teachings for the times in which we live. You will find insight and self-empowerment as you learn new tools for healing in these videos. You may want to watch the videos in chronological order to build your foundation of knowledge in these new tools for universal healing. Please note that this information on this program is provided for educational purposes only and is not meant to provide medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, or to take the place of medical care for maladies that are physical, psychological, or emotional. The purpose of this program is to share the research and personal experience of the speakers in spiritual healing by working with our subtle bodies and our own divine energy to bring cleansing, balance, and harmony within. In your journey of self-healing, we hope to help you ground your divinity in the body in order to expand your light and to provide you new tools for spiritual healing. Our goal is your self-empowerment that comes with the knowing and accepting of the truth of your divine self as healer. And here's our featured speaker, Shelley Celestra.
Hello, I'm Shelley Celestra, and I bring you greetings from Divine Source and the United Light Beings of the Great Universe. We will be talking about topics such as self-healing, problem-solving for issues from entity attachment, and clearing to physical, mental, and emotional clearing and harmonizing. At the end of each session, I will address questions posed by listeners. I have been blessed and continue to be blessed with gifts each day. I hope to share this blessing with you. I will help you access the universe so that you find greater awareness and understanding, as well as learning how to heal yourself. This is a synergistic relationship. As I teach you, you teach me by asking questions that I have to find answers for by accessing the universe. We are blessings for each other. I thank you for being a partner in the spiritual journey we are beginning.
Today's topic is some basic concepts and new tools for healing. So I'm going to be asking Shelley Celestra some questions about basic topics. Shelley, could you review with us what is the God's eye, the heart, the third eye, the gut brain chakras for healing?
Certainly. Let's address the God's eye first. The God's eye is at the umbilicus or belly button, and it is our direct communication with Source, God, the Great Universe. It is our seat. When we come in as humans, it's our direct connection. One thing I would like to address at this point is Celestra is our sun, our central sun, and it is the way we enter this universe. We come in through Celestra to be seated into a human body. And that's why the umbilicus and the God's eye are so important. Once you open these power centers that we have in the body, such as the God's eye, it expands you in numerous ways. We will, after opening the God's eye, we will then activate it so that all the wisdom and knowledge that you have in your soul and spirit are available to you in the God's eye, as well as all the energies in the universe. The rainbow rays, all the Grail matrix, everything is available within that God's eye.
Pions. You mentioned pions in the past, and mitochondria.
Mm-hmm. Pions and mitochondria you can get in equal measure from Celestra, the sun, Luna, the moon, and Mother, Father, Earth. Pions are very short-lived energy, but they are the brightest spark in the universe. And by drawing these, both pions and mitochondria, in through your God's eye, you can accelerate whatever form of healing you are working on, so that it goes not only more quickly, but it becomes much brighter. The knowledge is better seated in the entire human structure, physical and non-physical. Then we'll talk about the Shin. The Shin is the gut brain, which is about 2 inches below the God's eye, and that's where your intuition comes from. A very, very powerful point in the body. Again, it's what tells you things that you should and shouldn't do that we, as humans, are tempted to ignore when we get those signals. As you open up your Shin, your gut brain, you will find that you will have greater access to that ability to have forethought on what may be happening, things you might need to avoid and things you need to move toward. And then the next one would be the Rubeyea, or pure heart, and that sits at the front of our physical heart. The Rubeyea is pure love. That doesn't mean perfect love. If you are in a physical body, you're not perfect. That's when you go home, when you leave the physical body. But pure love means that it does not in any way feel badly about you, what steps you take, the things you do wrong, or the things you do right. It simply loves you. And if you open it up, it will do the same for you with other people, so that you don't have boundaries between you that would keep you from allowing a good expression of that person to come through to you. And then most of you are already aware of your third eye and have your third eye activated, but if you do not open it and activate it, it is similar to the God's eye, but it is about, the third eye is more about the world. And instead of being an expression of the universe, it's an expression of the world. It gives us good insight to things that are happening here on all the levels, planes, and dimensions of the world. You can get some of that information, of course, through your God's eye, but that's the third eye's principality. Anything else you want me to talk about?
Well, I have a question. When we first opened and activated our God's eye and some of the other chakras you mentioned, we consciously accepted and received divine energies. So is it okay if we go over how we did that in the beginning for anyone who's doing that in the beginning?
Right. Because that energy has already been open for everyone, all they have to do is open it and activate it. By activating it, that information is downloaded.
Opening and activating the God's eye.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The same way with each of those chakras in the body.
Okay. I just liked the way we said it. So could I say how we did it in the beginning?
Sure.
So this is about receiving the divine energies and accepting them into the God's eye. So I always like to put my hands out in the receiving mode and know that it's coming into the God's eye. I accept divine energies, pions, mitochondria, and rainbow rays from the sun, the moon, and the earth in equal measure into my God's eye. And I just like doing that because I feel like I get charged up again. Is there anything you'd like to add to that? Mm-hmm. Or did I say anything in the wrong order?
No, I think that was great.
Okay. Now, we are coming up on 9.5 minutes now, so we're going to close soon. I have one more question I thought I'd ask before we close, and that is, what's the best way to send healing energy to myself or to a part of my body? Would I do that from the God's eye?
You would, and you can there are a couple different ways you can do it. You can ask for healing energy to come in from the sun and the moon and the earth, like we did with bringing in the pions of mitochondria
and rainbow rays
into the God's eye. Or you can ask that the God's eye itself, which already has all that information in it, turn inward. Because it is an ocule or an eye, it is able to go 360 degrees, and you can turn it inward and ask that the energies, all the light, divine energies, focus on healing for a specific area, such as the lungs. If you're having an issue with lungs, you would ask that the violet flames of transformation and healing from the God's eye flood the lungs with that energy to cleanse, clear, heal, and transform anything negative or out of balance in the lungs. You can do that with any part of the body, or you can create a bubble from the God's eye that would expand around you and move through you. And the way you do that is you ask that your God's eye create a bubble 5 feet around you in every direction, above, below, all sides, and that bubble be made of the rainbow rays and the violet flames of transformation and healing. And then you can clear, cleanse, heal, transform, transfigure, regenerate anything in the human experience, whether it's physical or non-physical, subtle body, physical body, spirit, soul. It will clear anything. And you can be very specific, or just know that you need a clearing of some kind and ask that it move through you, because we don't always know what it is that is causing our trouble.
Okay. What if I forget to say I want the God's eye to turn inward? Will it work anyway?
Yes.
Okay. That's great, because we need a fail-safe method. All right. We're going to close for today. Shelley, would you like to offer your blessing in divine language?
Yes. O Eleju es ad Balu ela olasp ame am, meaning may universal harmony, peace, and understanding live in you always.
Thank you for that beautiful blessing, Shelley Celestra. We also want to thank our listeners for joining Celestra's Wisdom today. We hope you find this information helpful in your journey, and that you'll tune in again soon to see what's new. Please consider subscribing to this channel to follow the sequence of Shelley Celestra's lessons on new tools for healing. This is your host, Ashana Sophia, sending you peace, love, and healing from my heart to yours. Good day, and thank you for your presence with us.